So I figured it was about time I make a video about my Quickjack system. I have had this for quite a long time. I'm going to guess I've had this about 7 or 8 years now. This is the 7,000 pound Quickjack, the largest one. And if you're a DIY guy working in your garage, this is a godsend. So the beauty of it is I can pack it up and stack it in the corner when I'm done. It's not occupying my garage like an in-floor lift. I was very close to buying a bolt-in, unbolt, removable floor lift, or lift that would be like a jack post lift, and I decided on the Quickjack. Very glad I did. It consists of a hydraulic pump, the hoses, of course, the 2 lift units, and the attach hoses, which are part of it. And I'm going to set this up. It comes with other adapters and pieces, which I'll show you. But I'll set this up. I've got to change the tires and do an oil change on the Nissan. So I'll set it up and show you how this works. So these are the standard lift blocks for lifting vehicles that have a, I guess, unibody construction, and you're basically lifting on the pinch welds under the vehicle, again, which I'll show you. These ones have an X in them, so they can actually, the pinch weld can slide up into the slot. You can do it that way, or you can just flip it over and put it on the other side, which I frequently do. And I'm going to do today, and they sit in there. You can move and set the location depending on where the lift points are. I bought this kit as well because these are the truck/SUV adapter kit, and these are several pieces, but it allows you to adjust the height of this. But it's required to get good height if you're lifting a full-size truck or SUV. I have a GMC Sierra full-size GM truck, and so when I'm lifting that, those go in there and it gives you the clearance to lift off the frame inside. So today we're not using those. So these handles make it really easy to move the jack around. They're just sitting underneath the edge. There's a spot there where it'll fit, and you just drop them under there, and it allows you to slide the actual lift back and forth easily when it's underneath the vehicle. So I have the car over top of the jack. I had them close together, and I use the handle here to pull it out once the vehicle's pulled over top of them. Now what I'm doing is I'm just going to line up these pinch blocks with the mount points, and to do that I'm going to lift up the lift just to get it closer. Now you can see under there, this right here, I don't know if you can see the indents here, those 2 dimples right there and there. That's the lift point, and that's just pinched steel together, so that's where I'm lifting from, and there's one of those front and back. So I'm going to lift my Quickjack up just to within a couple of inches of that so I can make sure I'm centered. There you go. You can see the pinch point there, and my block right down there below. So we just want to make sure that we're actually lifting approximately center so that the vehicle is actually going to be lifted. Now the other thing that I always do is when I'm about to lift, I want to ensure, when you look at it from the top, you want to ensure that jack is essentially parallel, the same amount protruding front as it is back. I'll push in one end a little bit here. It just puts a lot less stress on the jack trying to twist as it's lifting if you have the 2 of them opposing each other. Both sides are set in place, and I have the control in my hand. So we're going to start lifting the vehicle here, and you'll see how it just, up she comes. Pinch blocks make contact with the welded seam. Now there are a couple of lock points, and you're going to see this is the safety bar. As it goes up, you're going to see it bump over that hardened steel lock. There we go. You heard the 2 clunks. So they're over. So now with it up there, if I drop the jack, it can only go to that bump. It's like a safety. I'm pushing down here. You can see the jack will not come down once it's in that lock position. Again, we still have control. I can raise it, but it won't come down any further. This is you'll see when we put it down, this is a lock, which when I flip it, it'll actually allow the jack to skip over those bumps and come back down. So good system the way they have this. So I'm going to do my tire change and oil change, and then I'll let it down and take it apart. Okay, so I'm all done. Tires are changed, oil and filters changed, so we're going to drop the Quickjack down. Now, what we have to do is flip that cog forward, but we can't when there's pressure on it. So I'm just going to raise the jack a little bit, and you'll see it move here. It just took the pressure off it. Now I'm just going to use my foot and flip it. So you can see now, it's like a little ski now. It's tilted forward. So I'll go around the other side and do the same thing over here. Again, this is what we're doing. I just kick it with the foot, but you basically flip it like so. And now it'll ride past and over the second bump as well. When we let it down. So we can sit back and watch here. We'll just let it come down. There we are. It's down, and each jack has a cylinder, which I'll show you after I pull them out, which has about 60 psi compressed air you keep in it, and that's so that the jack continues to fold itself down right to there into the folding storage position. Okay, so I'll show you them pulled apart after I get the car out of here. Oh, I'm all done here. I'm going to disconnect the unit. So just to show you a couple of things on this unit. Occasionally, once or twice a year, if you want really quick response, I put about 60 psi in this cylinder. That's what forces it back down when it's disconnected. There's one on each. Right now, I'm going to disconnect everything. These are quick couplers, similar to air couplers, to disconnect the hydraulic unit from the jack. So I'll disconnect those, wind things up, and then we'll put it away, and I'll show you how I literally stand this up in a corner and it's completely out of the way. Each unit, once it's disconnected, you can see there's little roller wheels underneath there. I'll admit they don't work the greatest, but they slide fine on this concrete floor. And when there's anything in their way, they don't work great. So I basically pick up the far end like so. And you can see I'm rolling it. So I'm going to put the two of these in the corner. Oh, there's where they're stored in my garage. I have them standing up in the corner. I use the chains for safety because these units are quite heavy, and I wouldn't want them falling or having the bottom slip out and land on something or someone. Obviously the power unit is there, and all my adapters are on the wall, on the ledge, and it is a great unit. If you've been wondering if this is for you, I can tell you, I have used this so many times I can't count, but it's just been a godsend. Lets me do things here in the garage that I could never do without them, especially when it comes to things like exhaust and fuel lines and brake lines under the vehicle. Makes it doable. It's very nice. And you know, price-wise, they're a very good price point. I would suggest, if you have or want to get thinking of getting a larger vehicle, get the 7000, because you'll need the adapters and you'll need the 7000 to lift a full-size truck. Anyway, I hope this answers some questions for some people. If you find this useful, please like and subscribe. Thanks.